The Buffalo Bills beat the Dolphins. They win their fourth straight AFC East title. And one thing that is guaranteed in life is that anytime the game is on the line and Tua has the ball in his hands, best believe he's going to throw it away every single time, bro. As soon as the Dolphins got the ball back for that last possession, I knew Tua was finna sell, bro. This offense, anytime they go up against a great defense, they never do anything. Like, they beat the Dallas Cowboys, but they only scored 22 points. And y'all remember early this season when they put 70 points on the Denver Broncos? Guess what they did next week? They got their ass kicked by the Buffalo Bills 48-20. This offense just seems to be ineffective anytime they go up against a defense that is remotely good. And the Buffalo Bills in the second half defensively, they put the clamps down on the Dolphins offense. All you saw was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. The only time they didn't have to punt the ball away was on their final possession, bro. Like, the Dolphins are so overrated, so overrated. Are they talented? Yes, they are. But Josh Allen tonight, imagine if he could play an entire game with no turnovers. If the Bills go into the postseason and you get turnover-free Josh Allen, there's no reason why you shouldn't be seeing the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship, bro. This dude, I've never seen a quarterback so damn bipolar. He throws an interception in the red zone. He throws another interception on another drive, which leads to the Dolphins getting the first touchdown of the game. And then the second half, he gets the ball ripped from out of him by Christian Wilkins, who was going crazy tonight. And it doesn't matter, bro, because he was still making plays, still driving the Buffalo Bills downfield. And this game is the perfect reason why Josh Allen is one of the best in the game right now. But it also is another reason why the Buffalo Bills are probably not going to make it to the Super Bowl. You see, if you want to be a Super Bowl team, you can't have your quarterback having this insane amount of turnovers and think that his defense is going to be able to bail him out every single game. Once you get into the playoffs, the teams that go the furthest are the teams that take care of the football. Hence why Tom Brady has won more Super Bowls than any other player. Hence why Joe Burrow has reached the AFC Championship several times. Even Patrick Mahomes, if you want to win in the postseason, ball security is key. And I don't know just how far the Bills are going to go with this nuclear bomb at quarterback. Like, I love watching Josh Allen play, bro. This dude is a fun-ass quarterback to watch. It was 3rd and 13 on the Bills' final drive. I'm thinking the Dolphins about to get a stop. They're about to get off the field. But you know what this fool does? He says, nah, I'm going to get it done myself. Picks up the 3rd and 13, bro. Josh Allen is not human. 3 interceptions, doesn't matter. Bills still get the win. And you got to give hats off to this defense, bro. Like, I get it. The Dolphins offense is overrated. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate this. You don't do anything against great teams. You got to play Kansas City again. Can you even get the 20 against Kansas City, bro? We'll see. Because both of those two teams are in similar situations, in my opinion. But for the Bills defense to be able to bail out their quarterback on 3 straight times, 3 consecutive possessions when he has turnovers is impressive. The only time they gave up a point was when they allowed the Dolphins to get a touchdown after one of his interceptions. But outside of that, this defense played fantastic. The Dolphins offense just doesn't function properly when they see an elite defense. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if the play calling just changes. I don't know what it is anytime the Dolphins go up against an elite defense, bro. They just have no answers. And for the life of me, why does Mike McDaniel continue to abandon the run game in the second half of games? It makes no sense to me. Every time I see the Dolphins in a big game, they'll have success in the first half running the football, and then in the second half, they just say, fuck it. We just finna throw it. It makes no sense. Your offense was at its best when you were running the football with Jeff Wilson and Devon A-Chain. We barely saw those dudes get any touches in the second half, bro. If the Dolphins are going to look to make a deep playoff run, we need to see them putting the ball in the hands of the running backs a lot more. Tua Tagovailoa isn't good against great teams. And once you get into the postseason, all you're playing is nothing but great teams. How far can you possibly go with Tua at quarterback? Like, you Dolphins fans get really defensive Tua Tagovailoa anytime somebody criticizes him. You make all these excuses. But now it's time to really be real about what you have at quarterback. Tua is a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not a good enough quarterback that can lead you to a Super Bowl. You want to know the prime reason why? Because he doesn't step up in big moments. Look at the quarterback who you had to go up against on the other sideline. He threw 3 interceptions. Well, not 3 interceptions, but yeah, 3 turnovers. And it didn't matter. They still won the game. The Buffalo Bills, man, this team, they were down and out at one point this season. You know, they had a ugly loss Monday night to the Denver Broncos. They had 5 total turnovers in that game. But once they made that change at offensive coordinator, this offense started to look a lot better. But the same issues that they've had under the previous offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey, still hasn't really been solved with their new offensive coordinator. Okay, and if Buffalo is going to be a threat in the postseason, they got to get Josh Allen playing at a high level without turning the football over, because his style of play doesn't translate to Super Bowls. You got to be able to take care of the pigskin. That's the name of the game. Possessions are at a premium once you get into the playoffs. You're not going to have the luxury of being able to have 3 turnovers and still win a playoff game when you're going up against great teams with competent offenses. The Dolphins' offense is obviously broke. Hell, I was shocked that they even beat the Cowboys, but the Cowboys and the Dolphins are pretty much the same team, just in different conferences. So the Buffalo Bills, they get their 4th straight win in the AFC East. You know, they won this division for several straight years in a row now. It is no surprise, because when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen that can turn the ball over 3 times and still lead you to a win against your divisional rival, that just is a testament to how good of a QB you truly have. The Dolphins don't have that. They don't have a elite quarterback over there. They got a good quarterback, but not great. Like the Buffalo Bills, man, I'm not surprised that they won this game. I picked them to win. And I was a little bit, second guessing myself before this game started. I was like, maybe the Dolphins may be able to find a way to win this game. But once I saw that Raheem Mostert and Jalen Waddle out, it was a guarantee that the Bills were going to win this game. The Dolphins just don't know how to beat good teams. It's ironic how their best win of the season came against who? The Dallas Cowboys. Who else struggles against good teams? The Dallas Cowboys. They've only beaten one of them. So it's no surprise that the Bills continue to have their way against the Miami Dolphins, bro. This team is not going to go anywhere in the playoffs. The furthest the Dolphins could go is possibly the divisional round. That's it, bro. This offense just doesn't know how to play well anytime they go up against an elite defense. You're playing Kansas City this week. They got one of the top 5 defenses in the National Football League, bro. There's no way you're going to win that game, especially going on the road to Arrowhead. You got to be a pretty good quarterback to win on the road in the postseason at Kansas City. Tua Tagovailoa is not that good. And if I'm the Dolphins front office, and you got to have that tough conversation about Tua getting an extension, how much are you going to pay this dude? Because I'm not finna make him one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. Josh Allen deserves to be the highest paid QB in the league, or one of the highest paid. You want to know why? Because he can elevate your team. He steps up in the big moments. He can overcome 3 turnovers. Tua can't do that. So he doesn't deserve to have the same pay grade as guys like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow. Like, if Tua Tagovailoa gets anything close to what the elite quarterbacks are making, like Lamar and Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes, if I'm one of those QBs, I'm asking for a pay raise, because it's disrespectful to even have Tua mentioned in the same breath as some of the greats in this game, or some of the best in this sport right now. Like, Tua Tagovailoa, he's a good quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback. And with how he looks in big games, always looking small, always looking scared of the moment, how can you possibly trust this dude to lead you to a playoff win or even the Super Bowl? If I'm the Dolphins, I'm looking at some of the day 2, day 3 quarterbacks in the draft, and I'm trying to figure out which one of them has the best upside or the highest potential of possibly becoming a starting quarterback in this league. Because Tua Tagovailoa, bro, like, there's only a certain threshold you can reach with him at QB. And the Dolphins are lucky that they didn't have an insanely tough schedule this year. If they had one of the toughest schedules in the NFL, they possibly only win 9, maybe 10 games. This team just falls apart anytime they have to face a great team. Now, their defense showed up. You know, hats off to the defense, even without their best pass rushers. No Bradley Chubb, no Jalen Phillips. You didn't have Xavier Howard in this game. Your defense still played well, but it wasn't enough. They get 3 turnovers, and the offense only does something with them 1 out of 3 times. Like, it's insanity that the Dolphins were going 3 and out every time they got the ball in the second half with how explosive this offense has looked for the majority of this season. But once again, this is another moment when the Dolphins have a chance to win it late and Tua Tagovailoa throws the game away or he comes up empty. Hell, Tyreek Hill had 2 drops in this game? And people were saying that he should win MVP? The Buffalo Bills, not only did they win this division for a 4th straight year in a row, but they showed us what we all knew about the Miami Dolphins all along coming into this season. And I've yet to see a Dolphins fan that was coming at me before the season started when I said that Tua was a little bit overrated. I haven't seen those boys show their faces all year long because I've been right about this team. But nobody wants to admit that. Nobody wants to admit that Tua just isn't that good of a QB. He's not a good enough QB to get you over the hump in the postseason, bro. I see why the Miami Dolphins brass was entertaining a trade for Deshaun Watson. Josh Allen needs an MVP, not because of this year, but the last 4 years, man. Like, you can't give Josh Allen MVP because it has to go to LaMarvelous, but we all give Josh Allen his roses. We all respect what Josh Allen is as a quarterback. You have 3 turnovers, and yet you can just overcome them and still give your team the W. That's a testament to how great of a QB you are. But imagine just how unstoppable Buffalo could be if they got mistake-free football out of Josh Allen. All I want to see out of Josh Allen for the next month of the playoffs is maybe only 1 or 2 turnovers combined. If he can do that, Buffalo could possibly find themselves playing in the Super Bowl.